afternoon or evening now, and we're back with doing more of the Titanic. So it's a bit more like Monday Fun Day, but we have the old Titanic instead. Because I was going to do something else, but I thought, well, we'll just carry on and do the Titanic and get it finished at some point because it's now Part 8. Oops, what are you doing? There we go. And we got Stephen Haynes Models in saying, "Hi Ross, so good evening, Stephen, and welcome to the stream." So we are up to bag 30 on the Titanic. Now, today I've had a delivery, and that's with more parts for my Mustang build. So we now have 18 issues of the Mustang build, which number we're now up to. So I think we're very close to getting halfway. And I've got model making Kitty down behind me, so he's not going to be too happy that I'm going to get up in a minute. Or there is a way of doing this, I suppose. I'll go scoot back. There we go. We're in reverse mode. There we go. Now I'll come back forward. And he still hasn't moved. Because what I've got is a little cushion at the back here. It's supposed to be for lumbar support. But model making Kitty likes sit on it. So, no, you can't see him. He's just there anyway behind me. But he's also a very good back warmer because my back is a bit sore today. So he's helping that out as well. When he's purring, it's like having a little massage. Yeah. But he's upset because I won't give him any treats at the moment because he's had quite a few already. Oh, ow! Elbows. So, let's have a quick look and see what we've got up to on the old Titanic. Hello, Tiff. How are we doing? So, let's see. Where's the old booklets? And then we can see which ones we're up to in total now. Oh, he's now made a move. So, we've got 64, 65. And that's 63. It's nice to know they put them in order. That's 68, 67, and 66. So we're now up to 68, which I think puts us roughly about halfway through the build for the Mustang. But on this one, in this lot, there's a lot of electricity stuff. So we have actual boards for all the switches and lights. So yeah, that's going to be fun because it's the first time I've ever built anything of this sort of like level. So looking forward to that. But that will be on a separate stream, which I might do at some point tomorrow. So yeah, where's the other parts? So yeah, we've got quite a few now issues. So I'll put that down there. And we've got Following Ghost in as well, saying hi Stephen and Tiff. So good evening, Following Ghost, and welcome to the stream. And then we also have Mr. Athel in, saying evening Stephen and Tiff plus Russ. So good evening to you, Athel. And then Tiff saying hey to Ghost and Athel, and then Following Ghost saying hi to Athel. So yeah, as I said last night, we've had all the spare parts in so far that are missing. So that's now all been fixed. So we have quite a big piece now all completed. Tomorrow, I'm going to be picking up some... Which Mustang is that? It's the John Wick Mustang from Fan Home part build. It's just here. I even have snacks. Can't be pickled on Monster Munch. One of the best snacks in the world, is my opinion. So yeah, it's the John Wick Mustang, and it is quite a beast so far. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus wept, and it weighs a ton already. And that's the so far where I've got up to. So yeah, it's coming along, especially the engine, which I absolutely love. But I've got to put all the pipe work and everything on that yet, but that's all kept separate at the moment. Ooh. But what I'm doing is keeping it covered with big cloth to keep the dust off it. Also to keep sort of moggy from climbing all over it. So it just gets covered. It keeps it a bit more dust free until I can afford to buy the proper casing for it. So yeah, it's a very nice build so far. Expensive, yes, but this is my treat. That was my treat to myself for completing my college courses. And the Titanic was just something that is a treat, but it's what my sons asked me to get in at some point. But yeah, I managed to. It took me 2.5 years to save up the money for the Titanic. So yeah, these things happen. Now, as I said before, as I always say on my streams, if anybody would like to come and join me, they're more than welcome to. The link is at the top of the chat. So feel free to click on that and you should be able to bring you over to the restream and you can join in and have a bit of fun. But yeah, so this is where we got up to last night for the stern section, or part of it. And this is going to be the engine room by all accounts. But the main part of it, which we have done, is sitting here behind me. You can just see the top of it just down the corner here. So yeah, it's getting big and it's getting bleeding heavy. So I'll grab it in a second. Just going to get rid of that. There we go. So just in case you haven't got it up. And there's the link again if people would like to come and join. So it's just a chill out and chat while we play with pieces of plastic. Oh god, come in, you big old apple lump. Whee! So this is where we've got up to so far. And that's how big this thing is. So I've got to measure up the gap above my head here, and then that's where I'm going to be putting a shelf for this to sit on. And then hopefully we should get 3 or 4 more gel up this section here behind me, in front of me here. Then we have Mr. Jeff Wright in saying good evening, Ross, and all in Chatland. So good evening to Jeff and Maggie, and welcome to the stream. Oh, itchy nose tonight, bleeding hay fever. Can't get rid of it. But yeah, there we go. So we will make a move onto whatever's next on this thing. So we've got up to there, and yep, okay. So let's get going. I will change. And you got Apple saying even to Jeff and Maggie. Change camera. And go Mr. Downcam. Hopefully there won't be any hiccups tonight on the camera, because last night my downcam decided it wanted to play silly buggers and completely cut out. Why? Ain't got a Scooby, but there we go. There we go. That's better. So I'll put that to. Oh, we do need this now, don't we? Put it around this way. So first of all, we need Mr. Weddy Brick. So how are we? How are we all been doing out there? Have we all had a good day? And what's the weather been like round by you? Because up here, it's done nothing but rain today. So yeah, not the best, but hey ho. It's still been warm though, but it's been extremely muggy. That's one thing. And my nose will not stop itching. Okay, so I'll put you into there. On there. And then one there. And then one there. And you want these 2. You want to go into there. You want there. 2 of these. Yeah, that's a problem with when you look on Fan Home. They've got some really, really nice vehicles on there. I'm not sure what I'm going to apply for next, but it may have to be put on hold because the money that I spend on this is hopefully going to go onto my motorbike. So I've been into Apple Yards today, and yeah, to say I've seen a bike that I really, really like, and it's the Benelli BN125 in yellow. Of course. They did do it in green at one point, but you can't get them. And yeah, so it's going to cost me, I think, with the box on the back, so I want to put a storage box on the back of it so that I can actually hopefully even think about sort of doing for storing my helmet and everything like that. So yeah, it's and then my helmet that I like, that's another 200 quid. The gloves, another £70 because they're armoured. The jacket is another £160. The bike itself is, with the box, is just over £3,000. And the boots that I want, they are, because they look like normal work boots, but they're not. And they are, I think, £85. So I'm looking close to £4,000 by the time I've got everything done, including getting my provisional license sorted out and doing the CBT course, which is about 200 quid on its own there. So yeah, we're looking roughly about £4,000 in total to get a bike, and then there's also insurance. So yeah, we got Apple saying rain on and off all day long. You got Jeff saying it wasn't too bad earlier. It's raining now. Spent the afternoon sorting bricks. Yeah. So how is your? What are you actually building at the moment? Are you still building that classic car, Jeff, or are you building something else now? That's all that bit done. So next up we need one of you. So you want to go there. One of you. Two of you. Two of you. And that's them sorted. Yay. One of you next. You better on there, and one of the grey ones. Now we want 4 of the grey doors. You want to there. You want to there. No, model making kit is returned. Yep, there he is. Lay down on the cushion, you know you want to. And then you're not going to be a pain to anybody. So, no, he has to sit up on the bench. Wait. Don't you sit there purring at me. I think that's all those bits. Yep. So I'm hoping out of this lot that there's going to be no more missing parts. But we always live in hope. On there, that one on there, and you going across. And like so, you in the middle. And we want these two. And there. And you want it there. You want there. And one there. I'd also like to just give a quick shout out to all my new followers. And in the last 28 days, I've had 12 new followers. So big thank you to you, and very, very much appreciated. I'm getting closer to the 350 mark. And if I'm lucky enough to reach 500, I'll be doing another giveaway. So yeah, come here, you. Now what I'll be giving away, I don't know yet, but we'll think of something closer to the time. Let's see, we need 2 of you. That one in there. And that one, 2 of you. But it will be either a Lego set, or it may, if we get the 500, basically, I will probably do a proper Lego set giveaway. Which one yet? I don't know. I will have a look through what because I've got quite a few points saved up now, so I might use those points to actually get a giveaway set. And you never know, I might have more points by the time I've actually finished when I get to 500 mark. That is. Let's see. Still on the Steam car. A few bricks missing. 2 droids next. Which bricks have you got missing, Jeff? Because if you want, I might have any bricks that you might need. And if I do so, I don't mind giving them to you. If you can find out what they are, put it in chat, and I'll see if I can have a rummage through my collection of off-brand bricks, and I'll quite happily post them out to you if I've got them, if it helps you. These 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 4, 3, and 4. And we want you. So, I mean, if you can find the equivalent brick number in either on Bricklink or anything like that, or if you've got a Lego set there, will have in the back of it, then those bricks are in that Lego set. You'll find a code for it. If you send those codes to me, I will then be able to look it up and make sure if I've got the right ones for you. And as I said, if I have the right ones, I'll quite happily send them to you. But there's also a thing what I'll be doing, probably doing a few little mini streams, and they will be going through all the big box of Lego pieces I've got over the other side here, official Lego bits. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going through the magazines that I have for a proper Lego set and start building all them by finding all the parts to them. So that should make it more interesting for me. Doesn't make it any easier, but it makes it more interesting. That's one thing. And two ways. Ah, they go there, do they? Yeah, and then we want 1, 2. Oh, in there this way. Put them in the wrong place. Oh. There. And 2 of you. Cheers, mate. Yeah, just PM me, and then, as I said, if I've got them, I'll quite happily send them to you. I don't mind that at all, because there's now worse when you try to build something and you have bricks missing. But I do have quite an extensive collection of spare parts now. I think I've got 2 thingamajiggies here. Ugh. Yeah, but these 2 trays are full of Lego parts. So yeah, all these. I mean, I've got a whole bag of little pieces there, flat pieces, and other curved bits and everything. Flat plates, all that. Another brick separator there. Maybe a spare windscreen for one of my motorbikes. You've got little aircraft and that lot, little boats, dinghies, and other things. 2 pieces and wedges and that lot, flat, round, and that lot in that one, and a few wheels. And then in this one, we have a lot of the technical parts in here. So I've got pins and that lot, and I've got another 2 of these with other parts in down there as well. So yeah, quite a few things, and I try to keep them organised. But I've got all my spare Lego pieces going in a sorting trays thing over the back there that I bought in specifically for putting like spare Lego pieces in. It cost me about 20 odd quid off of Amazon, I think it was. But Amazon's not in my good books at the moment, because I'd ordered a Ninjago set because I got it for my son, the original one that I got for myself. And yeah, as soon as my son saw it, he wanted it. So I thought, all right, fair enough. He can have it, I'll order another one. So I ordered it off of Amazon, thinking like, yeah, no problems. And that was about, 3 months ago. And it didn't arrive. So I finally got a refund off that. So then I put in an order for another few things, especially for a new light for in here, bench light, same as the one I've got up on my desk upstairs. And then also a new wastebasket, because the one I'm using up here should be in the bedroom. So I ordered them from Amazon. You'd never guess the actual delivery date they gave me. Even though I'm a Prime member, so I was supposed to get it sort of like the next day. The delivery time slot was for December 2036. So I need to say it took me about 7 phone calls to Amazon to get this sorted, so I could actually get a refund. Because they started arguing about it first, because they kept saying, oh, well, it's on its way, it's on its way. No, it's not. Oh, it is. It's be delivered tomorrow. Okay, so I waited to the following day. And no delivery. Okay, fine. I'll apply for a refund. The rigmarole I got given just trying to get a refund was absolutely mental. So yeah, I'm a bit more hesitant now about ordering anything from Amazon. So I'm just going to wait for the new Leeds Lego shop to open up, and then I'll go in there instead for any more Lego pieces. Lego sets, I should say, and then I'll get my insider points at the same time, the full ones, instead of just getting the 20 for scanning the booklet. And that's another thing. If you do buy proper Lego, get the Insiders app on your phone, because it's worthwhile, especially when you buy like the big sets. I mean, I've brought what? 1, 2, 3 sets from the proper Lego shop in Leeds, and that's my Avengers Quinjet, the Ninjago set that my son's now got, and this set. And I've got over £40 in points worths, well, in worth of points available to me. So yeah, it is worthwhile in the long run to get them. Then that one, you, oh, got to put the white doors in. And we have Mr. James Boy in saying, evening Ross, and all in chat. So good evening, James Boy, and welcome to the stream. I hope you are doing well. I wish to stop. No, I have. Double. That was a bit silly. So let's just take you off and put you into place. That's it. I'll put you in there. And this one goes. And of course, you have to go and sit on the wrong blooming pin. There. So, everybody's saying hey to everybody else, and then he's going, not bad. Well, I'm glad it is. You're okay, mate. Okay, that. And we have these two going on. And that's that. Now we are going to be building two of the side pieces, or side panels by the looks of it. Okay, so we're going to put, that's where we've got up to so far on this point. So at some point, no doubt, we'll be putting more engine blocks in there. But we'll move that to one side at the moment because we have to build this thing. So first of all, we need one of you and one of you. So you're going to go on there. And one each of them. That in there. That in there. Oops, wrong way up. He's going hi to Following Ghost. He's also saying hi to Ethel. And then he's saying, will this get a sinking feeling? Probably. No, my luck. I'll probably get even more of a sinking feeling when I start playing around with electricity things tomorrow, when I start putting the Mustang together. Because I have 18 of them sections to do tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes, so to speak. Now we're doing 2 of these. Exactly the same. So yeah, I might as well do both of them are going to be the same. So we'll do that. Let's see how this is going to look. Yeah, it is. So it don't really matter. That one's up there. So basically universal panels. And we've got James Wayne saying hi to Wayne Wellington, or Wayne Welly, you say. Let's put it back here. So, good evening, Wayne, and welcome to the stream. I didn't see your name first there, I thought it was James' voice. You got Wayne saying hi to Ethel, Jamesy, and all, and he's also, and then James was saying hi to Jeff Light and Maggie, and Following Ghost saying hey to Jamesy and Wayne, and then Wayne saying hello to Ghost. Put each into that, and then the last 2 bits. One there. There we go. One there. And one of these. So we've got you over there. And got Stephen Haynes Models in saying hi to Jeff and Maggie. Also saying hi to Jamie Boy. And Jamie Boy saying hi to Stephen. And then Stephen saying hi to Wayne Willie. Oh. There we go. Let's put some power into this thing. Obviously forgot to put it on charge last night. But lucky enough I've got me power plugged in. There we go. So that's them all done. Next we have all of these to go on. There we go. And we want all of these. We got Following goes saying hi to Stephen, and then we got Wayne saying, "So who's enjoying the British summer weather so far, lol?" Well, until today, it's actually been quite nice and warm. Sort of reminded me when I was living in Gibraltar. But yeah, it's today has been one of those days where it's been extremely warm and muggy here in Yorkshire because it's been raining on and off. It's actually, I think, stopped raining at the moment, which is good. Fill them in. Now, next up we have four, 6, 8. I need 10 of them. We also need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 2. But other than that, it's been a nice, enjoyable weather, really. It's supposed to stay warm, but just been a bit miserable and damp at the moment, that's all. You got Tiff saying, I've been pinning it down all day today. Oh dear. So what I'm going to do in a minute is I will bring up a picture of the motorbike that I want to actually get. So I'm hoping I want to try and see if I can get it sorted out by September. So that's going to be fun. So what's everybody having for their din-dins tonight? Me, I am going to be making a spaghetti bolognese when I get finished tonight. Well, I've got to pop to the shop and get some. So I'll put 2 of these together. Now I've got to get to the shop and get some onions, which I forgot to pick up earlier on today. So I'm hoping by Friday it's going to be cooled down enough so I can actually get up into my man cave and carry on building me Lancaster, because that thing must be covering. I've got a good dust coat on it at the moment. Jeff saying, "How's in duck noodles for my tea?" Ew. I bet they're quackers. Yeah. You got Wayne saying Frosties for mine as having them now. Frosties? You're as bad as me having cereal at this time of night instead of having a proper meal. I mean, that's when I generally have a box of cereal or that in the cupboard, and for some reason I never eat them at breakfast time. I end up having them as snacks at night time before I go to bed or something like that. When you feel peckish, you always go for the boxes of cereal, and they can range from Cocoa Pops to Shreddies and Frosties. But I always get proper Kellogg's Frosties. Those I never buy the cheap ones because I don't think they don't taste as good. The same as like to get normal cornflakes, proper Kellogg's ones. If you go and buy like the cheap branded ones, they have like a slightly different flavour to them, and they almost taste a bit more cardboardy, if you know what I mean. You got James saying, "Been mixed weather here." I think on Sunday, instead of cooking a full roast dinner, I had a steak and chips. A proper thick butcher's cut steak. Because I only like any sort of like rump steak, sirloin steak, or anything like that. I don't buy it from a supermarket. I have to get it from a proper butcher's. And just so having the day I actually brought these steaks, so I've always bought them from the butchers, but the day I brought these steaks, there was a program on TV and it showed shop steaks compared to proper butcher steaks. And believe me, to see the difference in quality and even price, and to be quite, I was actually quite stunned. It turned out that the actual butchers was cheaper than the lead brand supermarkets for steak. I couldn't believe it. Normally you would have thought it would be the other way around, but no. So you go onto there and you go onto there. Turn you around. That's it. So we now have part of the side panel on. There. And you got James Boy saying, "Be mixed weather here." Okay, now we need lots of these yellows. Oops, wrong place. You go there. That's it. And then this will be, with these, it's going to be the last of bags 30 going on this, these yellow pieces, and that'll be bag 30 complete. And there we go. Bag 30 complete. I'm going to go to one side and then we'll get bag 31. Oh, there's only a single one. And then you go. Two more little bags inside. Each one usually is. Like that. Put that there, wait. Aha. Oh, we've got both of them in. Yay! This is one of the pieces that was missing last time on the panel section. Now, here's a little fun fact for you. When you get a Lego build, and it's actually proper Lego, you will find there will be equal numbers of any of these type of major bricks in that kit, even if it means they have to bury the piece further into the kit in case you want to use it for building something out, especially like these shaped blocks or specialty pieces. You'll find there's at least a pair from, especially like we said, where they're like leaning to either side like that. You'll always find the duplicate piece somewhere in that set. And they do that so if you break it, because if you break down your set, you can then build something else with it, and then you've got equal parts. And it's one of the things, it's what Lego do. They make sure you have equal numbers of pieces, which I think has been pretty good. I also like that if you ever have a missing part, especially from a Lego set, you just basically fill out an application to have it replaced, and they will send you out a spare, well, the replacement parts free of charge. Got that song stuck in my head for some reason today. That and what else was it? I was thinking, I probably shouldn't really think about it, otherwise it's going to get stuck in my head again. It took me ages to get it out of my head, and then there's me stupid enough to try and think of what the song was. Just thinking to get it stuck in my head again. No, thank you. I'm daft, but not that daft. Problem is, it'll probably end up happening again. All these little new bits. Nearly sorted. Now, the only reason why I do it is because I just find it makes life a lot easier when building. If you spend sort of like 10 minutes, just not even that, 5 minutes sorting them out, it makes a hell of a difference. Just makes life so much easier when you want to try and find a part. By the way, none of the small parts actually spare so far. Normally by now, I've got a couple of these small bits to spare, but nope, not this time. Yeah, why have we got another number of them? I get worried when I see odd numbers of parts. So like there's only 3 of these little single flat plates. I start to get worried then. Because it could potentially mean that there's a part missing, which we don't want. We don't want any more missing parts. 9's enough as it is so far. Okay, first of all we need one of you and one of you. One of the white ones. Long black and grey piece. So, and 4 blue. You go down there. And one of you up there. And we want you to go onto there. You onto there. And then 3. Put you into there. And you in there. And then you're like so. You 2 like that. Then we want you as well. Going into there. And you underneath there, like so. There we go. Cool. Tweet, and then one of the black 6 ones. I've done that wrong. Oh, it's not black 6, it's a black 3. Wrong one. That one, and then a flat black 4. Like so. And we have Mr. Lindsay's building saying, hello, Poppets. Good evening, old man. How you doing? Hope you're well, Lindsay. And then we want one of you to go onto there. And one of you onto there. Okay. And this, we need to turn you around this way by the looks of it. And stick you onto there. And we have a new person in the chat, Mr. Build Capture. Well, good evening to you, Build, and welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. And yes, we are doing the Titanic. Oh, how are you doing, cat? Knocking stuff over. Oh. And he's from sunny Florida. Well, it was sunny over here in the UK, but it's now wet and soggy because of the rain. You've got Tiff saying hi to Lindsay. Lindsay saying hi. Wayne saying hi to Lindsay, and then Lindsay saying, "I'm okay, thanks, Barney Roll." Oh, got the camera. Not a good idea. What are you doing there? Strange. So I'm just trying to find something on here at the moment, quickly on my laptop, because a little warning pop up saying there was something going wrong with my UbiTube stream, but it doesn't seem to be happening anything. So we shall see. The life of a modern technology. Bill Capture says, "My wife and I loved the UK so much, so we named our daughter London." Oh, very nice. But yeah, I suppose I can show people where we've got up to so far on the Titanic, if you haven't seen earlier. I've just got to change the camera again at the moment, quickly. Let me just show you where I've got up to on it. So, let's grab it quickly. My model making kitty. So this is where we've got up to so far. So I'll say we're probably close to a metre in length already. So yeah, she is getting big. But yeah, been a very enjoyable build so far. Yeah. Man, you got your other saying, "I'm back. My iPad crashed. Now using my phone while iPad is charging." Yes. Is it crash or did it just run out of power? Hence the reason why it stopped working. Well, making kitties on the way out again. Then we'll change back down to Benji cam. There we go. And you got James saying hi to Build Capture, as well as Stephen saying hi to Build Capture as well. Okay, so next part will be you and one of you and one of you. Two of you and one of you. And then we've got to flip it over. Like so. And we'll put oh, that's right, yeah. I need one of you into there. One of you. And that one. Yeah. You onto there. And you onto there. And you onto there. Flip it over and it goes into the side. And you got James' voice saying hi to Jeff and Maggie, and then we got Jeff saying both, but it was getting low on charge. There we go. That's now that in position. Make sure it's all squidged down. Solid. There we go. That's better. Now we're going to probably have to build. Building the other side. I thought was it another? That's another side panel piece. Okay, so we need you. One of you. There. That one going onto there. And we want a yellow two, one of them. Six. And a four. And we'll flip it over. And then what will you go into there? And there. And we need you got Build saying, hi, the James Boy, Stephen Haynes, thank you for the warm welcome. Really enjoy these type of streams. Great progress on the Titanic. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy the streams. I mean, basically the Titanic builds from start to finish has all been on this stream. I did most of them in 1 week because I went through a period where I couldn't sleep, so I was streaming till stupid o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I think so far it's taken me about 30 hours in total to build where I've got up to so far, plus today, so it'd be another probably 32, 33 hours altogether so far put into this build, which isn't bad really, well, in my opinion anyway. It could be worse. Okay, as you want to there, red 3, you want to there, brown 2, goes on to there. New. Your game was like, I miss those streams, Ross. Yeah, they may start happening again. It depends. It's just one of them where if I can't sleep, I will. I don't want to do that. Where do you go? Where did you go? I know you're down here somewhere. There you are. Problem with dropping a brown brick and on a grey carpet. Fun. But yeah, they will be back at some point, no doubt. Never fear. I do mad stream with things like that. Okay. we have why does it look like there's something missing from here? There's that one. But you're seeing there's another single dot one there as well. Now that's why. So you can go into there, and we have you onto there. And you've got your saying you're welcome, build a capture, and yeah, then we want 4 of these. Okay, then we want that one's there, that one's there, that one's there, and there. Okay. Reach it in. We need this one, and that one's going to go onto there like so. And we'll flip that over, grab that, and put that onto there, like so. And then this one, and get onto this piece again. Ooh, just locks into place nicely there. Getting there. For one side, that is. And so far we're up to part 68 in instructions. I think that's 65, sorry. 68 next. So now we need a long need one of you, and one of you. So this one's going to go into there. This one's going to go onto there, and then that one seems it. Okay, well, so that looks like it's reasonably done, so we'll start on the other side. And we have to repeat little pieces. That one, that one. That one. And then that. So build capture, what was the last thing that you built then? And what's your opinion on off-brand sets? And we have Mr. Dave Marker joining us saying evening Ross, and he's also saying evening folks. Hello to Jamesy. James Boy saying hi to David, and then Dave saying hello to Jeff and Maggie. And then we've got Bill saying my last build was the Lego architecture set up for London. Oh, nice. Now, was that the Big Ben and Parliament, or was it the Tower Bridge? Or London Bridge, I should say. Well, no, I've not actually done an architectural set yet, but the next main set that I want to purchase would probably be on the lines of the White City, which is the Lord of the Rings set. That's probably going to be the next set that I'll really think about getting. Again, not a cheap set, but yeah. I think as for off-brand sets, I do build quite a few of them, as most of my followers know. And as far as I'm concerned, if you can build it and have fun, why not? Not everybody can afford to put out a lot of money for some of the Lego sets that are around, sadly. That's it. Onto there. You onto there. Aha. Next up we have you. You. Then you. Now two of them for you. Flippity dip. There he goes. I'm preparing to start the Eiffel Tower, followed by Notre Dame and Neuschwanstein Castle. Oh, very nice. Now, the Eiffel Tower, that is one kit I probably would get at some point. But the thing is, though, where the hell would I put it? I do have a miniature version of it, though. That's my only sort of like thoughts when it comes to the Eiffel Tower, is where I'd actually store it, because it's quite tall. That's one thing. That's fair enough. I mean, the off-brand sets, as I said, is something that I do, and it's just to show followers that there are sets out there that are affordable, and you get a lot of people that like to build military sets, and the only way you can get them is like these ones, which are the off-brand sets. So you get things like that, and yeah, these are quite fun little builds to do. And then you can get the slightly more expensive ones, which are like, ooh, wait, who said you would drop off? Come here, you. And you. So bits can fall off. I did not give you permission to have bits drop off. Of course, now you have to go and find. There we go. That's it. Put you back on there. Ooh, smack it against the camera again. There we go. That's why, because it was falling out that way. So yeah, you can get things like this, which is the tanks. Ooh, I've done it again. What the hell's going on with this? should have actually just left it and not played with it, shouldn't I, really? It's my own fault. Where do you come from? Ah, off that back piece. Get it. Get back together, you. I'll sort that one out in a bit. Normally they don't fall off. You got Bill saying hi to David Markey. And you got if you're saying, I think that is great, Ross. Nice builds. Yeah, I mean they're fun builds. I mean, I do like even the miniature bricks ones. And this is actually a half-size brick build. There's actually smaller ones than this, and that's the iconic little mini. But yeah, there is some micro brick ones as well, which I've got to build. And I just enjoy building Lego either way, but I do keep all official Lego parts separate to actually the non-Lego parts. They're saying nice tank. Yeah, it is, and that is a very nice one. I think that one was about 45 quid, I think, if I remember rightly. And that was off of Temu. The other tank I've got is a World War I one, which is the German tank. Which is this one, and that's actually a 1/35th scale one. And this one actually has a full interior as well. So, yeah. And they all have working tracks, which is pretty darn good. But this one I think only cost me £14. You can see the roof comes off and you can see all the interior. So yeah, it's pretty good, especially for the price for that. I think one of my favourites though is one of my motorbikes here, which is this one, the Ducato or Tatique instead of this Ducati. But there we go. But yeah, I mean these are the technical step ones, but now they do look nice. And you can get some quite interesting sets, and these all have like working pistons in them as well. Bill saying, I also have been accused of having OCD and ADHD, hence I am a bit nervous to start looking at other brands, which will just lead me down more rabbit holes. Yeah, I mean, there is like Kobe bricks, and I've sort of mentioned them in the past where I'm not overly keen on getting kits from them because they are very, very, very expensive for what they are, especially when you can go and get Rio bricks. And they are sort of like half the price of Lego, and they're also half the price of Kobe, but yet Kobe does the same kit. And yeah, to me, it's just not feasible. And in some places, I think Rio bricks is actually dearer than Lego. You got Bill saying, nice mini. I have to get back to work. You have earned another subscriber, and I look forward to more of your live streams. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Enjoy your work and the rest of your day. So yeah, take care and have fun, and thank you very much for dropping in. It's been very much appreciated. Okay, so this one. Goodbye. See you all on the next live. Well, thank you. Before you go quickly, what do you actually do? If you don't mind me asking. Hopefully it's something enjoyable. There we go, that's saving that place. And your James was saying, see you build a book. Go capture. So next we have you. One of you into there. That one's there. That one's there. You onto there. That one there. And then we want you and then you. Okay, flip it over. Put you like so, and then you onto there. And then you go on there. Brownie brick and go into there. Red tree onto there. And then the long flat red, which will be going onto there. And going there. That's going to feel right. No, it's not. I did it right the first time. There we go. And then we pretty dip it back over. And put it onto there. You there. Oops, I've got to put that one in place first. And then the little one into there. That one's there. This one's there. And then these two. One in there and one in there. And the next we need, flip that back over, put you onto there, put you onto there. I'm not seeing any blue things. Well, that's why, because I'm not putting them in the right place. Don't put you onto there, and then you onto there. There we go. Yeah, it didn't look right. Let me flip this over. Flip these. There. That one onto there. That one there, and then that one onto there. And there you go, and then I'll get you. Oh, and it's clicked in place straight away. Yay! There's always a bonus. I'll put you onto there. You onto there, and you onto there. So we now have the whole part of the fifth section completed. Looking good. I have to give it a good clean afterwards to get rid of all the fingerprints, but other than that, yeah, we should be fine. Oh, we have another little fun fact about the Titanic here again now. The Titanic was 640 kilometers, 400 miles from land when she struck the iceberg. There we go. And we do have our first spare little bit. Into the John Wick mug you go. So we're actually getting quite a collection of spare parts, which will be going into the cabinet of goodness at the end of the build. Ooh. Now we will be going on to bags 32. So we've got in up to we have, I think there's 46 up to bag 46. So we've got another 14 bags to go after this one. Inside it, and we'll get these bits sorted. We come back here, you. Cool. Some big bags sorted, and do the small ones. Lots of little parts. Round doors. Yep, for you. White ones. Sorry about this, but yeah, I like to sort out the parts. Just makes it like bearable. And yes, it's possibly because I do have OCD as well. And we've got some more window pieces to do as well. Lots of them. Whee. Stop for a drink a minute. A bit sloop. Did I ask what everybody's eating tonight for the din-dins? Can't remember if I did or not. Might have done. The only saving grace for doing these parts is where you can actually just separate them fairly quickly. You can do it this way. There you go. And then we'll go over this side. There we go. Aha! So yeah, so the subscriber count is now up to 239. One shy of 240. I think 229. 200, yeah, 229 I think it is. So one shy of 230. So yeah. All good. Oh, slurpy time. And then a puff on the vape. Yeah. Oh, squid me. Okay. What we got up first? It is. Well, we need this part for starters. Then we got this one block that goes into there. We'll vote for that wrong. No, that's right. And then we have these four. And one of them is going to go there. The other one there. And the same on this side. And all four of these. You there. You onto there. You onto there. And you onto there. And two brown plates. Oh. Okay, next we have these two and these two. And one of them. One of them. These two brown pieces. One's going to go there, and one's going to go there. And we have you there, you there. I need these two. One's going to go there, and go there. And we have you there, and you there. Looking good so far. Yay. Starting to take shape quite nicely. That's all them bits. Next we have 2 of these, all 4 of the brown doors. So we need you there. Or is it moving further over? And we have you there, and then we have you there. And there. And you there. I think that's right. Like the look of it. And we got you around there. You around there. And these 2. One there and one there. And then we want the rest of the other holy blocks. And we'll put in a line of these along the outside edge. That doesn't add up. Oh, that's why I've made a boo-boo. Why, how indeed, because I forgot this thing. Wonder why that didn't look as though it was fitting right. There we go. And I've got to do the same for this side. Do. And you. There we go. So that's all them on. Is chat fallen asleep? I'm sure it's like, have you done a tip and gone to sleep? Move on to there. Move on to there. That one onto there. And that one onto there. There we go. Ooh, we've got loads of these little squarey things to put on in a minute. Fun! Not. I'm going to put you there. You there. And I've got these 4. So we have you onto there. You onto there. You on there. And you on there. Oops. And we have all these white pieces. There my say still here. Wayne saying popped over to Moss to see what was being said over, but I'm back now. Nice to know. There you go. And then we've got David saying just made a pot of tea. So here's a question for the wait, who said you could drop out the mug? Get back in there. for the general public. What set would you like to see me building next? If there was a set that you'd like to see being built, what would it be? And if it's within my realms, I might try and get it. You never know. Basically, that's probably one of the other reasons why I probably want to become monetized in a way, because that's the way it would help support the addiction of Lego. Okay, so we need little brown threes. Into there. You into there. You're there saying you wanted to see the young lady again, Wayne. And you're always saying Historic Tonight wasn't my cup of tea. Nothing against Moss or any panel and that. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't do politics. I don't do religion. I stay well away from all of that because I find that it can cause way too many issues and cause too many arguments within a stream. So I stay well clear of them. And that's one of the rules I have on my channel, but neither of them get discussed. And I've got nothing against people's religion or that. I just don't want it on the stream. And like I said, it can cause too many issues. And I just want it relaxed and enjoyable. And I think there's enough doom and gloom in the world without having to spread it onto a Lego build channel and modelling channels. Ooh, 2 little brown bricks left. Get in there. There you go. And we go, still here, just eating dinner. Well, that's not good, James boy. You're just saying you're eating dinner, but what are you eating? You can't just leave us on the hook like that, you know. Eating dinner, honestly. Want to know what you got, and was it home cooked and not shop frozen stuff? Like how would? One spare little one there. And I think that's that section done. Next up, we have into there, little tables and chairs by the looks of it. And what these for? Homemade chicken curry. Now you can't beat that. I had a homemade beef curry last night. Come here. And I'm making homemade spaghetti bolognese tonight when I finish streaming. Well, I might make it tomorrow, depending on how I feel after I finished the stream. That's why I have, in my opinion, the best packet fish you can get. Oops, right next to me. And that is pickled onion monster munch. And you way saying, just say food, lol. Okay, next we need. Let's see there. 2 of these, and then we want 4 of these. We have that one going there. That one's there. One there, and that one there. Now that one, so we want to space it off in 2. You too, because you want to go there. Just say food law from Winwood, and then you've got James Boy saying depends when you finish your stream roll. Yeah. All depends on what that sort of time is, but yeah, because it's nearly 9 o'clock already. And then we've got the old man Lindsay saying, okay, night everyone. Yep, time to get tucked up in bed, Lindsay, at your age. Don't want to wear you out too much. Got to take care of those old withery bones. And we've got Wayne saying night to Lindsay, David Mark saying hello Lindsay and night Lindsay, and then we've got James Boy saying night Lindsay. You disappointed. I've now got to go on the hunt. Oh, and your apple saying night to Lindsay. Now where did that go? Where are you? I heard you hit the floor, but which way? In which direction did you go afterwards? Grey carpet, blue piece, never fits well. There you are. Get on there before you fall off and get lost again. It's like when I do the school pickup and the kids ask me what's for tea back at the nursery, and I say food. Yeah, on some occasions you basically say shit on a shovel. That's what you get for dinner. And we've got that one going to D and there. Oh, you pillock. That's what you've missed on there. That's why. There we go. Let's separate these now. There we go. Because I forgot to put a block in. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, and then we put you where you're supposed to be first. It usually helps us. There we go. There we go. Sorted. Let's put you down here. You're just going to keep filling out otherwise. Oh, itchy nose. Bleeding hay fever. Getting sick of it now. Ah. Okay, so let's put you aside a minute. He goes, Wayne's going, it's mostly because I don't know what the nursery have cooked for the kids, lol. Okay, so these ones are going to go like this. Yeah, so hopefully, as I said earlier on, that I'm going to start doing some of the smaller builds that the boys have done in the past, but they've basically ended up in a big tub of Lego down there. And I'm going to hunt out all the parts I need for a certain set, and I'm going to probably do like little short videos of building them, and then upload them, and then they'll go onto the shelf display, because he's got some nice little builds like the police car, the monster truck from the Lego City stuff. But he's mostly now into Ninjago, which yeah, there's one set that he wants though, and it's I think it's 250 quid for, sorry, £350 for a retired set, and it's probably got what, less than a quarter of the bricks this set's got, and that's the Golden Dragon one, but it's a retired one, and it's got a special figure in it. But yeah, but like I said to him, like, I don't mind getting the cheaper Ninjago sets for him. If you want something like that, it's going to have to be a special occasion set. Let's put it that way. There. 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 But yeah, some of the older Ninjago sets are really good. I mean, I've got a couple of his builds already still here from the Ninjago, and that's Kai's fighter jets, the two big blue ones, and I've also got the red one, the red ninja, whatever his name is, I don't know. Right, Kai in the red one, and I think Jay is the blue one. Either way, we've got the old original Jay's fighter, the blue one, and then we've got the newer version as well. So yeah, it's and somehow I've got to try and find all the figures for them, and if not, get replacement ones, which will make it more interesting. Okay, so we're getting close to the end of bag number 33, and I think we're going to have a few spare of these. Well, I don't think they're going to be needed anywhere. We'll put them in there for the time being, and I think that's going to be a spare one as well, so I'll get rid of them so we don't lose them. So now we're going to be doing the little side windows. So first of all, we need these and these. And you'll probably notice I'm not actually lining any of these up just yet, because what I will do that afterwards. And that one, and that one. Then we need another one of you, another one of you, and one of you, and one of you. And one of you. Another one of you. Another one of you. 3, and then we have you and and then that one, and then little flat white one on top. And then if we basically put the finger down like that, it squares them all up and flattens them out. And then we do you. Put that on there. So there we go. Makes it a lot easier. So we've got 3, and then we want you. Oh, hello, model making kitty. What are you doing back up here? Hey? And you. There we go. And put you there. And then we have them too. Ooh. So I'll turn this one over. Put that into there. Oops, have I got that? Oh no, I've got it the wrong way around, haven't I? Typical. I think you need the wrong way around. It goes to the way. There we go. And then you put you into that side, like so. And there we go. So we've got the first section of windows in. You see? And not them at all. Okay, something's not. Have I missed something here? Probably have actually. I've got lots of pieces. And I've got a feeling I might have jumped a step. I have. Don't. That wasn't very clever. And I've got 4 of these to make now. That would make more sense. There. Yeah, definitely looking a bit grey out there this evening. Here goes it. Ah, well, that was my dinner. I've had it. Fair enough. Hope you enjoyed it. And that one, and that one, and that point. Yeah, that point. So we have you onto there, then that one, then that one. Yeah, Dave Mugg saying we had rain for the last couple of hours. But it's not, I don't think it's actually raining at the moment, it's just very, very overcast. But we did have a rain, but it was warm rain up here. That's one thing. And there's me hoping that it wasn't just somebody peeing out the window upstairs when I walked past. That would be rather upsetting. There we go. Got a Tiff saying, I apologise for disappearing. I had an important call. That's all right. No need to apologise for that. Calls come first, especially when they're important. I mean, it's got to be done. Some chickens in there. Okay, and we have yours there. Yours there. Yours there. And then you onto there. So we have the yellow one starting from this end and going into there, single block. And then that one's going to go that way. There we go. That's you in. Flippity dip. And we need you. Oh, don't again. Knock them off. And get you. And that way. Get in there. There we go. That's it then. So that's all the windows in on that side. So we get good there. And you got Jay Boy saying, you're back now, Tiffany. That's the main thing. It certainly is. And then you got David saying hello to Tiffany. Then we've got James Boy saying, that's looking really good, Russ. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, I must admit, I have really enjoyed this build. I mean, the fact that I haven't actually rushed it like some of the builds that I've done in the past, and I've tried to make sort of push it out a little bit, but I think we're now on what? About 40 hours, I think, total on this build, somewhere on those lines. So yeah, it's not too bad. I think it's supposed to take something like 80 odd hours in total to build it. I think what the average is on that one. But I have been a bit faster, but I don't mind. I'm still enjoying it, not rushing it and having fun. I mean, we're only just literally starting box 30, the third main big box out of the set. Well, and that was like last night's stream. So you never know, we might get another 2-3 streams out of it yet. You never know. Now, let's get the next bag, number 33. That's a small bag. Doesn't feel like there's much in this one. Just doesn't feel as though there's as many in this bag. There we go. Never mind. There. So nobody's answered my question yet. What set would you like to see me build next, if you had a choice? I mean, after I've done this Lego set, it's going to probably be back to doing Lego, because I do have another aircraft carrier that I want to build. I've got, I think it's another Lego set that I've got coming in as well. That's only because I had credit from Temu that I hadn't used, £12. So I used that to buy another Lego set. The problem when you start spending money on Temu, you spend way too much over a pace of time. Or period of time, I should say. But yeah. But you can't help it when they're so cheap. And it has to be done. Because you keep saying, buy me, buy me. Okay, that's that one. There we go, in the bin. What we got here? We've got more gold parts for the grand staircase. That's it. And then we've got more tiles to do as well. Little greeny tiles and white tiles this time, because the brown and reddish ones, they will be the in total the bag's numbered up to 42, but you got to understand that there's been on like number 38 here, there's actually 2 bags number 38, so majority have been like that. There's just been the last sort of 4 bags that haven't had a second bag to go with them. So it's like whatever you think of, like up to 48 times that by 2, the minimum. So you've got over 80, 90 odd bags in total. Plus then there's this like little smaller inner ones as well. And you've got Emma saying, yes, I just spent another £360. 360? You mean 60? James was saying a bit of a difference there, David. So what did you buy then, David? You can't just say you spent the money and not tell us what you bought. That's just rude. Like, how rude. Hey up. One of them little dodgy bits in here. And we've got 3 of them. Yeah, what's going on? I don't like it when there's a bit odd size, a number of pieces. I start to get a bit worried. Because that doesn't, when you normally get odd numbers of stuff in a Lego set, it just seems it's asking for trouble. Bit of a difference there, right? And 96 plus then. Yeah, about that. Well and truly. I had to reduce what I wanted. What was it you wanted? Come on, you can't keep leaving us in suspense like this, David. Just rude. And then you got Tiffy say, I always spend over 100 on Temu. Thank the Lord of the Underworld for Kalana. Now I've got a 3-piece diamond picture coming of a dragon with his outstretched wings. I do like my dragons, as you can probably see from me annotate on my arm. There's a dragon going around it. I've got to have it redone again at some point. It's getting a bit faded, but then again, that's what it's got a few scars running through it as well, which I've got to get done resorted, because I've got a scar there, scar there, scar there, and another one there, and another one there. So yeah, I'm going to get it redone, and then hopefully have the rest of the bottom arm, my arm done as well, where I'm going to have a shield going on here, and then have, hopefully later on, have a bigger dragon going up my arm. And you got Athel saying, Ross, how about a 1/9 scale Harley Davidson motorcycle street glide? What, a Lego one? Didn't know they made one that big. Well, it might do. Or a Lego one, anyway. Where did you see that, Athel? And something I've never actually used, Tiff, is Klarna. Never used that yet myself. Okie dokie. Let's see what we've got here. So first of all, we need this back over. Spinny round. Spinny. And one of them. So that goes into there. Copper plates for the hull, storage bins, mini hinges, screws, pocket watch, kitchen knife. Fair enough. And Wayne saying, any PE suggestions for Marcus to indulge in? Oh, yeah, the Golden Palace. That would make him really, really happy, because that has over, I think it's 30 sheets of metal in it. I'm sure he'd really enjoy that, Marcus. Not. Not that I dream of upsetting him, like, but these things have to be done. Okay, that's that one. Yeah, it's just them. Next, we need one of you. Just move that away a second. To say it's good, Ross. You can pay for a larger order over 3 months, so £100 order is about £33 a month. It's good if you're on a budget. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can understand that completely. I mean, with me, it's I generally buy everything outright as soon as I get it, but I think with Klarna you pay so much straight away, don't you? And then it works out a monthly plan or whatever it is. As I've never used Klarna. Might look into it though. You got multiple of some. Okay. I think that's maybe multiple of some stuff that he's ordered. Then we've got Athel saying, well, I have a Chinese knockoff seal scaled at 1/9 EOS. Okay, okay. So is that a Lego build though, Apple? Or Lego build, I should say. And then that one there. And then this goes over there, I think. Yep. What's that filter? It's not fitting on there. Ah, there we go. Lego style. Ooh, that could be interesting. I might be actually interested in doing that. Where did you get that from, Apple? You daft ass, fat ass cat. That serve you bleeding right, making me jump like that. Him knocking me trays off the box over because he fell asleep on them and just like stretched out and knocked them. So he scared the shit out of himself. Serves you right. So he just closes his eyes and goes back to sleep. Yeah. They're saying at the moment building row core kit off a film projector, and then you've got Apple saying Lego Star Ross, and then we've got James Boy saying you pay the first month there and then the next two over the next 2 months. Yeah, that's pretty good. Not bad at all. I suppose it's a very big help for some people that can't afford to buy a lot of stuff at one go. Very helpful indeed. And that goes onto there. There's them two little bits there. One on either side. So one there and one there. And then that little wee flipping thingies there. Okay, next we have that grey one onto there, that brown one onto there. Let's level all that out. Now we do these sheathings. Okay, so we need that one there, and then that one there. Do what you turn that far. And two of these. Two more. Go on this side. Now these green slabs, so we've got to go you on there. 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 That one. That one. There. That one and then that one. Three of the white ones each side. And there we go. Yeah. So that's where we got so far. Blue shoot. So yeah, looking good so far. I am reasonably happy with that. So next we have I need 2 of them. And 2 of them. 1 of you. So you're going to go into the middle there like so. And then we're going to have you going on there. And you going on there. That one onto there. That one onto there. That one. And then that one. That one. That one. And that one. There we go. And then you go along the back here somewhere. We also need these 2. That was a Celia brought it for me last year, and it's a Techniclue with working change drive, so it's a Lego-ish techno kit, Ross. Ah, yeah. I mean, I've got well, I have a couple of bikes already. This is one of them, the Titanic, and I think this is this one's actually about 1/10 scale. I think this one. That's quite big, and it is a Technic build. So yeah, and this has a working pistons and everything inside, just at that there. So when you turn that, all the pistons move. You can't really see it with the saddle and everything on, but the little piston does move in the engine. There's 2 of them in there. And I'm actually got another one that I'm actually building as well, which is the BMW version. And then there's also this one, which is like a cafe racer type bike. And again, this is a 1/9 or a 1/10 scale, I think. And I think the Technic Grand Tourer bike that I've got, that's actually 1/10 as well, I think, scale. That one goes on to there like so, and there. There we go. So next up we need these 3 grey ones. So that one's going to go on there. And you run off now, you can. That one there, and then that one there. You into there. You into there. And this little black thing goes there. Ooh. I thought you were going to get away. Put that one there, and that one there. That one there. Oh, come here. And that is why they give you an odd number of pieces. Because they spring off so I can go in there out of the way. Don't get lost. And next we have stage 106 done. Now we need to put these 2. So that one goes into there, that one goes onto there. The windows. Now I've just got to remember to put these in the right way around. That way. That one. That one. And there we go. That's all of them in. Yep, and then we've got to do these silly railing things again, haven't we? That's what they're for. Okay. Let's move them to one side a minute. And we need these things. So we've got to make 4 of these now. You want to there, and then you want to there. Just go on the side like that. And that should straighten it all out. Yeah. Okay. These. This one there. Go. There we go. So now these are not these ones here. 2 of these to do. And there we go. So that's them done now. So bring off that over, and we put you onto there. You onto this side. That one. Have I done that way around? Typical. Put these on the wrong way around. So we'll turn around that way. Swing. There we go. And turn that around. There we go. And that way. That's it. That looks better now. Oh, there we go. Now we've got to put all these little things on. Here it is. There we go. Oh, yes, there's lots of these. So that one. Okay, there we go. Ooh. And you got that saying, yes, Lego build a 1/10 scale HD Super Glide, £179. Ooh. Yeah, I know they do the BMW bike as well, I think, if I remember rightly. Which is one I've got somewhere that I've made a mistake when I was putting the engine together. So I've got to strip it apart and then rebuild it. And there, and then you want to there. There we go. And there we go. So that's where we got up to so far. And we've now got the promenade deck as well. I think it's a C deck, if I remember rightly. So next up we have another bag, which will be bag 34. A bit more in it. Plus there's 2 smaller bags as well. Smaller bags. How long have we been streaming for? Ooh, 2.5 hours already. Okay. I'll probably get to another half hour or so, depending on how long it takes me to finish this bag, and then I think I might call it for the night. And so I've got another doctor's appointment tomorrow. I finally managed to get a doctor's appointment today. And that's an asthma check. And the only reason why they gave me that is because they told me I had to go and speak to them. And then I got a bollocking again because I almost ended up in hospital not so long ago because I had a chest infection. And it's always the start of summer. I get it. Because it's a mixture between when it changes over from like the winter weather and hay fever and all that kicks in. And then it also, with my heart condition, I should automatically go and speak to go and get medical attention when I get a chest infection because it can affect your heart rate. And they get a bit peed off of me when I don't. But as I keep saying to him, like, it'd be nice if they'd actually get an appointment when I wanted one, not 6 months after the actual fact. And I was quite happily talking to them about this and the fact that they're now at the doctor's where everything's bleeding remote. And they keep using the COVID thing. That's the reason why they changed everything, because it was such good when it was so good when it was a COVID and people did remote contact and a lot of doctor's appointments. Yeah, for them it was because they just sat on the backsides doing nothing and getting paid. And the funny part is the nurse practitioner that I was speaking to today actually agreed with me, which is surprising. There we go. Everybody's saying we'll be listening but doing some gluing right just now. Yeah. And then we've got Wayne saying not sniffing it though, Jamie. Sniff the glue. Blue rings. Okay. And you got Apple saying plastic gets you highway. There's actually somebody local to me who's actually selling an off-branded Titanic set. I'm just waiting for him to get back to me. So I might actually, if it was at a good price, then I might actually get it as a present for the boys. So then I can sit it down and like as a joint present for them to sit there and build together. Because it will certainly take them some time. I don't think they'd get it completed as quick as I can. But yeah. Bostik, yes, the stuff we used to get at school for paper glue. It comes in a tube and it's like a lipstick thing, and you just twist the bottom of it and it sticks it, pushes it out. Non-toxic glue. But it's not like the old days where you used to actually have that glue when you get that little plastic spatulas, and it comes in a jar, and you dip the stick into it and then just sort of paste it on. But we also used to eat the glue as well. But because it's generally just made out of near enough flour and water, so it wouldn't do us any harm. But yeah, we all used to eat it in the class, and then the teacher was always complaining about why we never had any glue left. Instead of glue sniffers, we were glue eaters. I want all four of you. And then we've got that one, so that's going to go there. This one's going to go there. And you into there, you into there. There we go. Next we have 2 red bricks. One way. There. And there. That's it. Anyway, so not use that glue, but I have heard of it. It's just a kiddie safe glue, basically. That's about it. And we want 2 of you. 1 there, get on properly. That's it. That's that one. That's it. Nick's got these little things to make up. So we need you onto there. You want there. two of these. That's going to go there. That one's going to go there. Okay. You want it, and you want 4 of these. One, two. Oops, missed the gold one off. Huh? Oh, there they are. That one there, and then, oh yeah, that one. There we go. You want it there. And then this one's going to go onto there like so. You go onto there like so. Why got them the right way around? I don't think I have. I put you the wrong way around, haven't I? You swine. But is it going to do any harm? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to sort that out by stripping that part away. So what I've done here is I've actually made a mistake by putting this in back to front, because these ones are supposed to be the opposite way around. So I'm going to take that off. Take that off. There we go. Take them off. Take that off a minute. Do that. There we go. We put you. Why has that come off? Where should you come off? That's it. We put you on that one. And you pull that off as well. Put you back in there. That way around. That one was there. That one on there. It's easy to make mistakes, but it's also easy to fix. One good thing I like about Lego. There we go. That's better. Okay. After saying we used to use Bostik glue when sticking down laminates in kitchen tops. Came in a tin with a molly brush, and we were meant to use breathing masks when applying it. Now, I used to make conveyor belts many years ago. I mean, I started off working at this place as an agency worker, and within 3 weeks I got offered a full-time job there, but I just took a bit of time to think about it. After 3 months I got offered a job there, and then took some time to think about it. I was going to say yes, but then I noticed that I was actually getting high on the fumes from the machine where I was actually working, and there was only me and one other bloke who knew how to use this machine, and it's making roughly these big 100-meter by 3-meter wide conveyor belts. That's what I'd make, and these had to be glued together in layers. And yeah, this stuff would get you high what I was mixing. So you had these little glue pellets that was probably about that big, little glue pellets. You put them in a mixture of methylethylate and ethylethyl, or ethanol basically, and you'd mix the three things together. And we were never given a breathing mask or anything, so I think I worked there in total for about 8 months. and I was going to take the job, but then I took a week off. And because I was coming home, I was literally high as a kite. And then after I took this week off, I went on a serious downer. And I basically said that I'm not going to go back there because of what it's doing to me. And I was just going to I end up suffering with severe headache and everything like that for about a month afterwards. So, yeah. And I actually reported them for not actually allowing people to wear masks and everything. And about 3 months after I left, the OSHA went in to have a look at them, and health and safety, they shut them down because of it. But there we go. That's what happens when you don't abide by the law and let your staff have masks and everything like they're supposed to. But yeah, it was absolutely horrendous. Good money though, don't get me wrong. You did get good money. And they offered me a reasonably good wage as well for if I were to go and work full time there. Okay, next we have that one going up there. That one onto there. Two blue. One and that one. 56. That one and then that one. And one more. Sniffing it wouldn't do that much good. It's PVA wood glue, lol. Yeah, it's basically school glue. Like Wayne's saying there. It wouldn't do you any harm because it's water based, so there's no real chemicals in it. Basically, Bostik is basically a more hardened version of PVA, basically. And then that one there. And you want you onto there. You onto there. Okie dokie. Look you. Wait, it's fine. Okay, there's that one then. One. Where are you? There. Force on what you go in there. You go there. You go there. You go onto there. Yeah, that one. That one. What you're saying, the only thing would do in school was plaster a layer of it over your hands and then peel it off. Yeah, so it looked like a skin. And if you like put a bit of red pen into it as well, like a bright red pen, you could pretend that you're actually ripping your skin off. Not that we'd ever do a thing like that all the time. Just scare our teachers. We wouldn't dream of doing anything like that. That's it. Oh, yeah. Wait, come here. Two of them left. Inspect the gadget. That one and then that one. So itchy nose. And then oh, that's the one. That's the wrong one. It's the other ones I wanted. These ones I want. Yeah, put it in the middle, like so. That side. Two more of these. Two more. And that one. To say that was fun. I love arts and crafts. Worst thing I ever did was get hot glue on my fingertips. They blistered straight away and very sensitive for weeks. Almost didn't finish that my art GCSE final piece. Oh dear. And when we're saying there's a Lego Creator set I saw in Sainsbury's. It was one of those 3-in-1 sets, and it was a retro arcade machine and Game Boy handheld, and it was tempting. Yeah, I mean, if it's one I think it is, I think it's actually worth a lot more than 14 quid if it's actually a Lego set one. And it was like, oh, hot glue can be nasty if you get it on you. Wasn't the art exam like 7 hours long? That one. And that. And then we've got Apple saying, okay, time for meds, coffee, and then bed in 30 minutes' time. See you all. All right, Ethel, thanks for joining us. It's much appreciated. And two. And two. And everybody saying night to Ethel. And two more. That one and that one. So it's going into there. That one's going to go into there. That one, and then that one. And two of these on there. And then the other two. There and on there. And I think that's looking about right so far. Yeah. Next we have 2 of these and 2 of these. So I want you there, you onto there, oh, there, and then you there. Tiff saying, not when I did it when we had a few weeks to create our piece and write about why we created it and what it represented. And you got David saying, later I thought, I was just remembering a friend who took art for GCSE and spent the whole day in the art class doing his piece. Yeah, the longest exam I've done was when I did my electrical final exam, and that was, I think we were given 9 hours or 10 hours, sorry, to do it. So we had 6 hours one day and then 4 hours the following day. And to say that was fun, not. Okay, so we want you going there, like so. Then you there, because you're putting you in there, and that one. And we'll leave a space of 3, or 2, sorry. And then that one goes into there. Put you onto there. You into there. And you into there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Be 6. You're going to go onto there, you onto there, you there, that one there, that one there, and that one there. I think that's getting there. Okay. Next. And we've got to build a thingamajig. So we need you and you. So that's going to go onto there. So, and then we've got this one with you into there, that one on there, and that one there. And I've got 2 of these. That one there, and that one there, and you can go on to there. I think that's all correct. So then that goes into there. That connects on there. Whee! Okay, so now we've got to build these little blocky things. I'll move that over to one side for a second. Let's have a look what we've got to do here. So we want them 2 like so. Then you. Put you there. One of you. And you're going to go, oops, wrong way. there. And we put you, and then you. And then you go into turn that around into there like so. Yay! I like it when they fit things like that together quickly. That one, and you go onto there. You go onto there. You on there. You onto there. And that's you into there. Okay. Next. Yeah, we've got to do some there now. Alright, red ones for. Yeah, it looks like these are to do with the deck chairs, and that's what these are. We need you do that, and that. That one. Maybe like this, so it's going to go that way. And that. And that. Now I've got you and you. So that goes on top like so, and then that goes onto there, and then that one goes onto there. And these make up the benches along the promenade. And I think we're going to have that one as spare. Well, we thought, yeah, looks like it. So I go into that jar. Then bring that out. So we need to put you in there like so. You then go into there like so. And then we have these. Like that, like that. Oh, we've got one of these spare, little aerial, that's unusual. And these always come in handy, these little aerials. Go in there. So there we go. That's where we're up to so far. We have most of the top deck on. Next it will be the next bag's for the one bag, I think. Yeah, actually just a small one, and that's for building the funnel and the little dinghies, the lifeboats. That's what will be next for that, and the last of the funnels. That's what that one will be for. But I think, what time are we on now? 10 o'clock. Shall I do the last one? This bit. Shall we do this piece? We don't know. Ooh. But I need tweak as well. And I need a brew. Nope, we'll save it for the next one. Yeah, we'll save that for the next one. There's 11 bags left. Some of them are doubles again, as I said, but after this next one, I think the remaining bags are all double bags. So yeah, we'll probably call it a night there for tonight. So that's 3 more hours into it. Let's see. Go back. What, you all want me to do the last bag? I think it's that's then completes this section. I think if I remember rightly. Yeah, it does. Oh, I'll go on and I'll do this one, and then we'll Honestly. And then I'll only have one more section to do after this. So probably about another 2 more strings, probably. Depends. Well, that'll all depend on whether I do a late night stream, and if that's the case, it will probably get built in one. Yeah, we've got the FNU. Little bits. Yeah. Well, I would go and make a brew, but I'm gonna probably. I'm lucky enough I've got my energy drink here, but now that it's gone past 10, oh, I might use my vape. Nearly, that can's nearly finished. Oh. But lucky I've just remembered. I've got a second can. Whoops, with me. You knew you would do that. Yeah, it's the thing about being a plastic-holic and addicted to plastic. When you start building a Lego set, you want to keep building it, but it's also balancing it for sort of like a length of a stream and sort of like making the build last without rushing it all completely, if you know what I mean. And that's something I didn't want to do, is rush the build. One string. Should be another one of them somewhere. Huh? Why have I only got one string? There should be 2. Oh, let's hope it's in one of these other bags. That's just not fair. If there's a bloody string missing, I will not be happy. I will not be happy if there is. Oh. I just can't see why they'd put a string in a separate bag when they're both the same thing. So I'm just hoping that there isn't a string missing. I've had enough pieces missing from this set already. There's no string in this bag. Please don't tell me there's a string missing. They'll be taking the mickey if it is. I will not be happy. To be honest with you, I'll be really bloody annoyed actually. I've had enough of missing parts. It just doesn't make sense putting the two strings in different bags to me. I just thought they'd put them all in the same bag. There's definitely only one string so far. I've just got that dreaded feeling that it is going to be missing. But I just hope they prove me wrong. Hopefully. But you never know. I don't see a string in there. Damn it. Nope. So we have another piece missing. Bloody typical. That is annoying. Okay, that's going to be in. This is now going to be the third email I'm at from the centre. Lego. Oh! Oh dear. Why, oh, why, oh, why? At least it's easy enough to rectify, but I mean, when the part arrives, but it's just getting to the point now where I'm getting really, really annoyed. So this will be part number 10 that's missing. Okay. At least, as I said, it's one of the strings, one of these that's missing. So it's easy enough to fix when it arrives, but it's just. Why? Your Lego, your QC sucks completely. I just can't understand how 90% of the missing parts that I've had have been all parts that have been on show. If it was from the interior, you could swap out and just make other bricks out of the spares. But this all the missing ones so far, except for I think bar 2, have been on show. So you see where they've been missing. Ah well. Let's put it this way, they better start giving me some bloody insider points for dealing with all this crap all the time now. Lucky enough, the last time I've sort of reported missing parts, they've arrived sort of in 4 to 5 days of actually ordering them. But it's not the point though. It just ruins it in a way. Oh, I need these two. One, sorry. One and then two. Red block. And you into there. You want there. You want there. Sorry, Pates, I'm just a bit bummed. So I know it's not a big thing, but it's just got to the point now where so many pieces have now been missing. It's not funny anymore. And then you have fours. So up there. And I need you. I'll put it back there. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. And got David saying that's okay. It is annoying when you don't get the full set. Yeah. Then we've got Wayne saying never built a Meccano set, so going to try one of the Spitfire by Haynes. It's a good set. I'll tell you that now. I've built it in the past. I think there is actually a Lancaster version as well. I think that was brought out in conjunction with the BBMF and the British War Museum. They did it. Spitfire Lank. I think there's the Messerschmitt as well. Okay, so now we need two. Down to there. That one's there. That one's there. That one's there. One. One. That one. And that. It sounds like the boys' races are out and about tonight. Trying to make his little boom boom go whoosh whoosh by dropping his dump valve. That's when they go whoosh whoosh bang, and they blow the hell out of it. Okay, so we need two of them and two of them. So we've got another spare aerial balance here. And there, and then on there, and you onto there. That's it. Okay. That's the last funnel piece. Sorted out. Put that there for one side a minute. Next we need you. And we want you onto there. You onto there. Red. Two blocks there. And then we want you onto there. And two of these onto there like so. There. And next two I think go around the other way. Yep. Get that into position. And we want one of you. Like so. And we want one of you and you going that way. And we want them to get a vase. And James was saying, I had Meccano as a kid. Wayne Way, it is good. Yeah, it's fun, especially when you have to put all the little nuts and bolts together and everything like that. I enjoyed doing that then. And that's there. You go onto that side. Let's see, then we've got the other side to do, haven't we? And you go onto that, and then you go onto that. And then we do have you. That's it there. And these two. That onto there. That onto there. One of you onto there. And then we want one and two. Nice funnels coming together. I don't know what you're missing out on, Tiff. You can get some cheap Meccano kits out there, actually. Believe it or not. Now, when you get to like the original Meccano sets, the old ones that I had when I was a kid, then yeah, you won't get them for cheap prices. I think one of the last time they had an original set that I saw of on for sale, and it wasn't one of the big sets either. It went for, I think, something like $6.5 grand. One of the first edition Meccano sets. Okay, put you on that side. I'm going to put that in place, but I'm just going to leave it empty. Dismantle it again later. Because we're missing bits. We're missing bits. Then we turn it over. Put you. Oops. Put you there. Put you onto there. And you onto there. And flip it over. Get you and this one. There we go. Got you in. I've got you in. And then this. Not bad. Very rare you get the older Meccano for silly money like that. Well, good money, I should say. But yeah, it's They are definitely fun sets to build, these Meccano. So one there, and then we'll put you onto there. And so next we've got lots of little dinghies in that field, I think. What's this bit here for? Doesn't make sense to me. Nice. Oh, so it. Yeah, we're saying that was a good buy, Wayne. And Wayne's saying, I also picked up an Airfix Mozzie 172nd for £5 from the same person too. Oh, very nice. Yeah, wrong with a Mozzie. Now, when it comes to a Mozzie, I want the 124th Airfix Mozzie. I will get one at some point. But then again, I've got quite a few models upstairs that I haven't built yet. But yeah, I always seem to enjoy building the really big models. Because I just recently bought another 1/32 scale Lancaster, which is the Dam Buster version. So I've got that to build as well yet. One of the good things about being single, you've got adult money to spend yourself. Well, I must admit, I spend more money on my kids than I do myself, considering that's what they'll be getting for all their Christmas presents and everything. I generally only treat myself to one or two things, and then whatever money I have spare goes to my kids. Okay, that's that done. That little ding done. and you go onto there. 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 That's right. Yeah. And there we go. So we've got the 4 little dinghies on. And then we've got Mr. Quain. That's why we're using it, dopey. There. 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 No. There. That one onto there. And there. That one onto there. And then the last one. That one's there. So in theory, I think that should be this part done near enough. I'm just going to put these pins into place, I think. It doesn't show where to put them in, so I'll have to. These are obviously going to go on this side somewhere. So I'm going to put one there, and then we're going to put one there. But I'm going to get another pin later on and I'll stick it in there. And then again, we've got all these other spare parts now. Okay, we have another aerial. And some more parts there, and more parts there, and even that. Okay, so there. There's a rain heavy here. So there we go. That's the next section done. I'll change cameras anyway. So we have another 1/6 of the actual boat to finish off, and then it will be done. And there we go. So we'll turn this little light off as well, because that's going to blind it otherwise. So here we go. The last final section is 99.9% complete. We just have like the string piece there. We now have that missing from that side. So Lego will be receiving another email, and I think this time I'm going to actually demand I get some sort of compensation, because this is getting beyond a joke now. And the fact that after the 9 pieces already missing, they've actually not even offered any sort of compensation at all, which slightly annoyed me, but I weren't really bothered. But now, yeah, we will find out on what happens there. So watch this space on that one, and we'll see what happens. So, annoying. But yeah, the next build that I'm going to probably be doing is the aircraft carrier, which is down here. Oops, good. And I've just got the instructions out. There we go. Come here, you. Oh. Come here. Oh, come here. Yeah, good here. Gotcha. So that's the next one I'll be building. And it's another hairy calf carrier. I'm not sure which class this one is, but it's probably going to be more along the Chinese aircraft carrier, I think it is. Not sure, but I definitely won't be using the little people on it, so I think they look stupid. But yeah, there you go. They'll go into the pot where I'll just give them for my kids to play with. Yeah. Hey, Zombie Hunter. Hello there. Long time no see. Welcome to the end of the stream. But yeah, I should hopefully be on again tomorrow night, if all goes well, because we'll be building. Oh. I should hopefully be able to do it cool enough. I might even get up into my attic and do some work on me Warhammer. But I also, I think it'll be Wednesday that I'll be doing a stream on the Mustang, the John Wick Mustang from Fan Home. I'll get that done. So that should take us up to roughly about the halfway mark, I think, for the Mustang. So I'm not sure how many more parts have to come out. I think it's 120, I think, for the Mustang build. Let me just quickly check that. Where's my tablet? Oh, and my phone's over there. Oh. Let's see. Let's see. There is 110. So yes, we're over halfway on the Mustang build. So yeah, well over halfway. Because by all accounts, it's the 1/8 scale Mustang, and there's 110 assembly stages. So we are over halfway. So probably what? There's another 32 issues to come, and I get 6 issues in a thing, so that's 4 months. So October should see me receive the last of the John Wick parts. The end of October sometime, and then I'll probably, with the Mustang build, I'll probably wait until I've got those, the next 4 months worths in one go, and then I'll do the build till it finishes, and then it's hopefully work out a way to pay for the motorbike that I want to get. So it's a Benelli 125 NG 125. So yeah, and that's before that £2,500. But yeah, being single means I can go riding bikes again. But the sad thing is I've got to do all my tests, and now I've got to do a CBT as well, because I lost my license years ago. But yeah, so all fun and games, as they say. So I will say bye-bye for now. Take care, stay safe, and happy building. And I will see you tomorrow evening, if all goes well. and I'll be up in the man cave, hopefully painting some Warhammer. So I'll see you.